Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to the recording. This is a training we had near Prague. It was a training for like a Prague and Central Bohemia kids, juniors. So I participated in like a training category for the adults. Here I was packing my map into some protective plastic because it was very wet and I was afraid that the map, usually printed on normal paper, could get destroyed in this wet weather. And I didn't notice that the north is the other way around, so I started to the south instead to the north, I think. So here I'm looking for the first control, or I don't know what I'm looking at right now, but it took me a while to realize that the map is flipped. So I essentially lost the 2-minute interval, let's say. And then I finally started running towards the mapping start, but it will take a while, and once I will get to the mapping start you will also see the map, because the live log basically starts when it realizes, or when I hit the mapping start. So at least now you see that I realized that I went the other direction, corrected myself, lost 2 minutes or something. Here are the other competitor. I don't know why is he running that direction. Maybe he was confused by me. Now you see me running towards the mapping start. I should be there shortly. One note, this training was focused on like proper direction and azimuths. So my map was missing some of the features, namely roads, and then maybe some vegetation. I don't remember exactly, but there were quite a lot of features missing. Like I don't remember that I would have this area as hatched there. Maybe I did. I remember that there was these significant trees, but for example further in the map you can see that there is a hatched clearing. I'm not so sure that that was in the map. Also some of the semi-runnable forests, they were omitted, or remains of some sometimes remains of these fences, that they were also omitted. So it was a little bit more difficult for us. I don't know how about the kids categories, but I guess they were also missing quite a lot of these features. So here I must say I was a little bit confused because really I think I was missing this clearing on the map. So yeah, it was confusing, and now honestly you probably noticed that I took a wrong bearing. I don't know why I'm still making this mistake. it has to do something with my eyes or with my brain or whatever, I don't know. It could be that the compass is wrong, but usually I don't believe such things, you know. The compass is usually right. I would say it's a technical like instrument. I think here I still wasn't able to pinpoint my location, and that was the issue here. So I don't know what am I looking at. And yeah, maybe soon I will decide to go back to the start and we will see. But yeah, still there were some people around, like these two guys also, you know, taking the bearing again and again and again. So eventually I think around this point we all somewhat together picked a good direction and found the control. Once I was at control number 1, I was able to pinpoint the location. Yeah, here is this hole or ditch. No, I'm not sure if it's ditch. But from there we picked a bearing and went to this another small depression, which was actually our first control. And once I was here, I was able to, you know, pick a good bearing and keep my direction. So here I wasn't here I didn't do any mistake. I remember that once I was going to control number 2, I was focusing on this earth wall. So once I was closing in to this earth wall, I knew that the control must be there, so I corrected my direction once I saw it. I would have to look for the map in my stash to actually see what was on the map and what wasn't. But I'm afraid I just throw it away into the waste bin. Now you see that I'm correcting myself because I saw the earth wall, and that basically helped me to get the control, which is here in this small like re-entrant. Now control number 3, again it's a earth wall, and I'm quite sure that on the map I was missing the vegetation because I just picked a wrong direction here, you know. Once I got to this non-renewable forest, I was like, I'm not going through that, I have to go around and then find that earth wall. So you will see shortly. But again, now once I stopped, it means that I'm not able to really pinpoint my location. You know, it was just guessing. So I knew that the control is in the direction where I guessed myself. So I knew that I have to go around a little bit and then correct myself. Now this earth wall and the other earth wall were on the map, so here I think I correctly picked the proper earth wall. Now you see the other guy was going through that non-runnable forest. So he picked good direction, kept it. I was too lazy to go through all that vegetation. Control number 4 was close. I was using this earth wall that is here and null as orientation points, but yeah, I missed the control slightly. I think if the control would be with the orienteering lampion, I think I would notice it from here already. But since it was these police markers, or here in Czech Republic it's called milk, at least in orienteering jargon. It's kind of a story when in the 80s or 70s, I don't know, they were actually packaging milk in similar plastic. It was just white and blue, and this is white and red, and this plastic was used to mark, for example, corridors, startup corridors or finish corridors on the orienteering races at that time, so in the 80s, and since then people call it milk, at least in like around orienteering, as far as I know. Maybe someone else, some other group of people call it similar, I don't know. But you saw that I missed the control because I didn't see this flag. We were lucky that the other guy appeared and basically showed us the control. Now to control number 5. Again, I'm quite sure I was missing the vegetation. So here I'm running along the bearing that I picked. So far so good. The other guys are running the same direction, but as you can see, the vegetation is, forcing me to lose the direction a little bit. And here, once I was at this non-runnable forest, I had to decide whether I will go to the left or to the right, because I didn't want to go straight to the forest. But I've already lost the proper direction, to be honest. So this was just 50-50 guess, and I decided to go to the left, although the control was here on my right side. So again, control number 5, I spent quite a lot of time finding it. Since there were 3 of us, we eventually found it, but it took us a while. And it was mostly guessing, I was expecting the control to be behind this non-runnable forest or inside it, actually. That's why I'm getting in here. So yeah, not a very good showcase of my skills. I really have to work on those. I'm telling you that in each of the videos, and still the same mistakes. So here basically I had no clue where am I on the map. Maybe we had these vegetation boundaries there, but I doubt it. I'm not so sure about that. So it was difficult for me to pinpoint my location because I didn't have many leads here. Yeah, if you want, you can maybe speed it up a little bit. or I will do it, and once I will reach Control 5, we'll continue. So around this point, I was like, I think I'm too far away to the left, so I have to go back to the right side. I don't even know how I picked this direction. I just guessed where I might be and went this direction, and then I was looking for this feature, and I noticed it. It was quite good visible because I think wild boars are using it. So then I was able to find it. Now again, control number 6 was sort of difficult for me to find because I was missing the vegetation there, and even the vegetation boundaries were not there. So I only knew that there is this hole, and it was difficult for me to, you know, to properly pinpoint the, not pinpoint, to properly guess the distances, because I was trying to estimate the distance of this small depression from the erosion gully, and yeah, I was wrong. I was still trying to find it in that first non-runnable forest or around it, and it was actually in the second one. So again, here I lost quite a bit of time, and yeah, it was difficult for me here as well. So once I explored this non-runnable forest, which I should have done since the very beginning, I headed to the other one, and I thought, okay, it must be here. It was there. So yeah, that was again, I don't know how much minutes lost here. But now, after control number 6, the next part of this map was more easy, let's say, because there were more features like contour features, and all those features were in the map, so I had much more points where I could orient myself, and I was able to, more precisely keep my position in my head. Where am I? So that way I was much more able to properly guess which direction to go, where the control could be, because I had all the contours more readable. Now I will probably speed it up a little bit. So, for example, here I didn't have this small path in the map, but I had these erosion gullies or small valleys in the map, so I knew that if I will go around this olive part, I should get to the first valley, and I will go through it almost to control number 7. Well, actually all the way to control number 7. I just have to, properly guess the right branching, not to pick the first one. Here I had to go actually here to the left at first, and then I had to continue to the right here in the next branching. So that was quite easy here, the mapping. So thanks to that I was able to orient myself better. Okay, so the control number 7, which is the re-entrant, I guess, or end of the valley. Now control number 8. For me, I didn't have this vegetation there or the paths, so my aim here was to just keep the elevation. Here I'm trying to run a little bit around this small valley because I didn't want to go up and down, and I picked the direction from this point, from the end of the valley. Or is it valley? Whatever. So yeah, this was now I think I had no issues, maybe a little bit because I had to avoid this vegetation, but it was clear that I need to get to the next big valley. So here it is visible from the distance. Now I was just looking in the map, trying to find. Again, I thought it's some kind of re-entrant, but it was actually this small depression here on my right. I'm usually too lazy to read the description, so I'm trying to read the feature from the map, and here maybe I didn't read it properly, so yeah. Anyways, to contour number 9, I decided just to follow the edge of the valley. So this wasn't very difficult here. Obviously I wasn't like 100% sure all the time about my position, but I knew it will be in one of these, re-entrants. So here I think I properly guessed it. It must be somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. So the difficult part around winter trainings are these markers, because usually they are hard to spot. Number 10, a small depression basically on the ridge. So this wasn't very difficult, I think. Again, I was missing the vegetation here, so I had to guess the distance properly. Yeah, so it took me a little bit to find this control, but it wasn't that difficult, I think. Yeah, here I'm trying to guess again my position. Looking down, I was guessing that I'm still on, like, above the control, so, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I was going slow. Here it is. Now control number 11. That was again, I would say easy, because I knew that I have to cross this valley and then continue to the next one. I think I did some kind of mistake, or I had some wrong thought here, because I started going up through this branch where I was previously, and it took me a little bit to realize it, that I was already here. Again, I thought that I'm a little bit more below, that's why I'm pointing up. That was a mistake, but here I realized that I have already been here, so I realized that I have to, go to the right. Here I'm just looking for the proper or some easy path to go up from this valley. And now, yeah, I'm pointing to the direction where I want to go, where I expect control number 11. Yeah. So again, sort of a guessing to control number 11, but now you can see that I picked like a direction towards control 11. If I don't do any big mistake, I should get to the erosion or to the valley, and I should find control 11. So let's skip there. So here I passed one of the branch and I'm headed to the second one. Here I'm expecting the marker somewhere. Not sure where it is. Okay, here it is. Good. So control number 11 found. Now control number 12, that was a little bit longer leg around the field. So I think we can skip that. I was here, you know, using the paths that go around the field, although they were not in my map, but it was obvious. So I was just, you know, using the shape of the field as my lead. So let's skip closer to control 12. So here obviously I didn't have any roads, I mean paths, so it wasn't easy to properly guess the direction. Maybe I had this other object in the map. I think I had that one in the map, so that's why I'm taking a bearing here. And again, I think although it was very close, the vegetation and maybe something else, you know, like made me do a mistake here. Now the control is somewhat on my right side, but I'm not seeing it because I'm passing by. And here all these features, they were a little bit difficult for me to read, you know, like to properly pinpoint which one is which of this erosion is which. And I spent quite some time finding the control here. If there would have been the lampion, I might have seen it and found the control more easily, but here obviously I'm too far. I'm trying to read all these contours and trying to pinpoint my location, and yeah, it wasn't easy. So yeah, let's speed it up a little bit because I don't have much to say here. I think somewhat around here, once I was in this big erosion, I sort of had an idea that the control must be somewhere on top of me, and from here I saw it. But again, you can see that it's this small re-entrant, and the control is like this marker, which is really very difficult to spot. So on one side it's a great exercise how to be precise, you know. On the other hand, it's really hard. Now to control number 13, I was using mostly the olive part that was on my map as an orientation, like a handle to guide me almost to control 13. And control 13 was also a little bit tricky because on the map it was a null, but in the reality it was just big pile of branches, you know. So I don't usually consider that as as a null. So it was sort of confusing to me. So here I was looking at the edges of the fences, and you know, now I'm evaluating where the no could be, trying to pick the proper direction. And here, you know, I was going into the direction, the pile is in front of me, but I wasn't really believing that this is really it. That's why I'm looking here and there, you know, like I was maybe expecting it here in this non-runnable forest, but then I saw the marker, so yeah, it was a little bit confusing. Control 14 was a very nice control because it's this old quarry. At least it looked like an old quarry. So and I had this erosion gully there as a lead. So my decision was, let's go up to that erosion there, and then use that one as some sort of like a jump point from where I will pick the direction and I will run to control 14. This erosion was big and very well visible, so I think that was a good decision. and also through this erosion there was some small path that helped me get through this walkable forest. But we can skip to control 14 now, I guess. Look at that, a small cave. It was nice. Now control 15. That wasn't difficult, I would say. I knew that I have to gain some elevation. My plan was to go up and sort of use that previous or the same erosion as previously, but here obviously I wanted to avoid the non-runnable forest, and I was using this path, although it wasn't on my map. But yeah, here you can see that I'm looking to go away from this path and to go like straight to control 15. Yeah, here I will go this way. I don't know what was my guess. I remember that I was looking, as you can see, to that erosion. So I was counting that I will see it, and from there I should pick some like earth wall structure, and there should be my control. So now again I'm trying to figure out what is the control, and it was this small hill or big knoll. It was just from the other side of it, and again here I wasn't reading the descriptions properly. If I would just go around. Instead I'm just going straight through it, and I think this was not really necessary. I could have made my life a little bit easier just going around if I would read the descriptions. I must laugh myself about myself. This was stupid. Anyway, from control 15 to 16, you can see that it's a big lag, basically back to that part where I started in this part of the map. So we can speed it up. It was mostly running around the field again. So here again you can see that I'm trying to pinpoint myself in the map. Somehow I'm looking at the field. I'm trying to guess where in the bend of this field am I. I think I kind of guessed it correctly, so now I'm taking the bearing and I should be finding the control easily now. Again, note that I have no roads, no vegetation in the map, only the like earth features, you know, like contours, erosion gullies. Maybe those earth walls were there. I don't know exactly, but I'm quite sure that we were missing quite a few features there. Control 17, again, it wasn't very difficult. I was able to keep my direction sort of well, but I remember I was a little bit unsure about my position around the place where is the second path. So you will see. Let's skip that. Let's skip there. So the feeder was a good handle for me, but here, to be honest, I wasn't sure about my position. I deviated slightly and it wasn't very clear to me where am I. Then I saw some people coming, these two guys, so I went that direction, and once I got into the forest, I noticed that there is this it's not like a stone field, but it's more like I wouldn't say destroyed area, but scattered knolls or whatever, you know, like remains of some digging, maybe, I don't know. So that's where I thought, okay, the control must be somewhat near here. And it really was here. The terrain here was a little bit rough, so it was not easy for me to walk in it. Yeah. Control number 18, I'm not even sure how I got there. Obviously I'm picking up the bearing all the time at each control, but you know, like here I had to go around, I wasn't really going straight. And then I came to this road and on the road I had to guess where am I? Yeah, I know. Now I remember. I got to that road and there was this other object again. So I took bearing from that other object and got to number 18. So that was my savior, that other object, because otherwise for example, here at this point, you know, I'm going right direction. I was going pretty well, but here you can see that I'm not really sure, and I was going you know, around, and I was trying to avoid the earth wall. Now I saw this other object and I decide, okay, I will take the bearing from there. So yeah, from there I took the bearing, and then I was using those erosions a little bit as navigation points, to be honest. And here I was in this open forest. I was somewhat able to keep the direction, sort of, more or less, I would say. So yeah, I found the control 18, and I was quite surprised that I found it. I was like, man, okay, you are getting better. For example, here you saw on my left that erosion. So I was thinking, okay, I'm at this erosion probably, so the control must be somewhat ahead of me. And that was a correct thinking. And the control should be here any minute. Here it is, I think. Yeah. So yeah. Good thinking here. I was glad. Now to control number 19. I think I misread the contours a little bit. I could have gone more to the left here, and instead I went more to the right and basically around that small hill, and you know, that was a little bit longer. I think it was due to the fact that I somehow misread the contours there, I think. Because here I should have gone more to the left, you know. Although I'm pointing like straight across the hill, the direction is correct, but you know, the thinking should have been, okay, go around, not down, you know, not lose elevation. And yeah, my thinking was, okay, go a little bit around this hill. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm not very happy about this decision, but okay. I think here it was easy because you had all these big depressions, big holes, and you can see them in the terrain. So it was just a matter of, you know, which one is the one where the control is. So it wasn't very difficult in this part. And here I think I picked the correct one even. So yeah, quite happy about this. Now control 20, that was a similar case. I wasn't going straight, I think. I was more or less following the contours and all these big holes. I don't know what are these structures, why they are there. I don't know, I don't understand it. It looks like small quarries, but or why would someone do that? I don't know. So here I was thinking, okay, once I will cross this, you know, like a ridge or this mountain, not mountain, yeah, the band of the contours, then I should start thinking about control 20. Yeah, so here I remember that I picked one of these holes as an orientation point, and from there I went to control 20. Although you see that it wasn't very easy for me. Anyways, let's skip to control 20. Yeah, I think I didn't do any mistake at the end, so that was fine. Now to control 21. Honestly, I don't really remember which way I went. Again, I don't see vegetation, I don't see the paths in my map. So I guess I will be going more or less straight through this forest. Let's see. And again, I was using these structures, these kind of big holes, big depressions, as my orientation point. So first I will come to this like a first row of these objects, and then I was thinking that once I will pass them, I will go a little bit further, and there will be the second part, and that's where I should go. Here I'm helping someone. Interesting. Anyways, you can see that here is the first structures, not structures, first depressions or holes. So, and I'm pointing towards the control where I think it is, and it was there. Now to control 22. Again, I would say similar approach, just following the line, following the structures. Here it was slightly more difficult because there was like a bigger distance between these two big depressions, like this one which I'm running around, and then the next one. So here I could have done some mistake, but also there is this erosion gully, or this really deep erosion, so that was a lead for me as well. And I thought that I can use this erosion as a guide to the control 22. So let's keep there.
Jo, díky. Já jsem
So yeah, the control was then easily like easy to locate thanks to this erosion. Now going back, basically I had to cross the river, and it was this like a top of a ridge, I guess. I don't know how to call it different. So I think this was an obvious control, like very easy to spot in the in the area, so or in the forest. So it wasn't very difficult. Again, I think I picked the bearing. Well, I think I picked the bearing correctly, but I have deviated quite a bit. I don't know why. Usually it happens because of vegetation or something. So you will see that I sort of missed the proper direction, and but I was able to, you know, like stop myself at some point, and I realized that I'm a little bit too far away, and deviated from the direction. Let's speed it up. Let's see how far I deviated. But yeah, we can speed it up. So yeah, I think I deviated quite a bit here, but I realized that I'm not really going down, and I was like, I need to get down to the river, and I realized that, you know, on my right side there is a shallow valley, and that leads like too far away from the control, and I need to go more to the left. So now I'm correcting myself. Now I saw the ridge on the opposite side of this small stream, so, you know, naturally correcting my direction towards that, and from here it was quite easy. The climb up here was difficult, but nothing really like nothing difficult for the orientation, let's say. To control number 24, that seemed a little bit tricky, let's say. My thinking was, I don't want to go down, I don't want to lose elevation. So I was thinking, okay, I will go up, and then I will try to you know, keep the elevation. So I could have run along this path here, but since it was going down, I didn't want it to risk it, so I was keeping myself above this path, and I was trying just to keep the elevation. So yeah, I will speed it up here probably a little bit. So here I came to this girl and I saw these boys above me leaving the control, so I went there and there it was. So it wasn't like I was lucky because there were people, let's say. Obviously to control 25 we had to go down, we had to pick the bearing. The girl, she had the same control as I did, so we were more or less checking each other, I think. I didn't had the vegetation there, so here you will see that I'm trying to avoid the vegetation, not really going straight. Also here I corrected my bearing, but since I wasn't at the control, that wasn't a good idea to control, to change the bearing, you know. And yeah, here I'm passing through this non-rentable forest, not really knowing where am I. So I ended up quite a bit above the control because naturally I don't want to lose altitude because climbing up was difficult, so I don't want to do it again. But the control is here in this erosion somewhat below us. It took me a couple seconds to realize that, but I think here I was more quicker in the decision. As you can see, I even saw the marker, so I was quite sure that the control must be somewhat here. Oh, okay, I doubt that I saw the marker, but I knew that it was down. Now the plateau was like difficult from the physical point of view, because we had to climb quite a bit, but the direction was clear, and I thought in such a steep slope the plateau must be visible, so I wasn't afraid about missing it. So the plateau was basically visible from that small path, even though I haven't had the path in my map, but that's fine. Now to control 27, well, I decided to climb up all the way basically to the top of the valley and just follow the edge and somewhat find this knoll in that area that is like sort of bumpy, scattered, I don't know. So this was not difficult. Here I am at contour number 27. Now this other feature, again, I wasn't checking the descriptions, so I didn't know that it is re-entrant. I just went somewhat straight along the bearing to the control, but you know, I think it wasn't that bad here. I was checking all these different features and I was thinking that I should be able to see it. Yeah, so here it was. Not a problem, let's say. I could have picked maybe a better path if I would read the descriptions, I don't know. Control 29 That was easy because I had that fenced area in the map, I think. So first I took a bearing, ran sort of to that fenced area, and then continued to control 29. I think I slightly overshot here at the end, but quickly noticed that there are some features below me that looked like depressions or re-entrance, or maybe, I don't know, erosion. So I went there, found the control, and then here going to control number 30. I would say, I wouldn't say easy. Again, I had to take bearing and I had to keep that bearing properly. So for the most part I did that. Then there was this hatched area which wasn't very runnable, so I was going slightly around it, if I remember correctly, but somehow I was able to, you know, like keep or get back into the proper direction. So I don't know, somehow I was able to find control 30 without any real trouble, let's say. As you can see, I'm just here, you know, trying to see where I ended with the direction and where I should continue. And I think the control is somewhat here, yeah. So I'm not sure if I was lucky or how that went. And now back, not back, yeah, now to the finish. Yeah, that was easy. Obviously I didn't have the roads, the paths there, so I was going through the forest, and only here I sort of had to go back to one of these paths because here the vegetation was too dense. And also I was here at the beginning, so I knew how to get to the finish. So the training was great. I learned a lot. and I did a lot of mistakes, as you saw. So that was interesting. Enjoyed, even though it was difficult, but still I was in the forest, and I enjoyed that very much. And I hope you enjoyed my run. See you next time. Bye bye.
Tak tě to svede sem a pak najednou tam se rozlížíš a říkáš si, tak je to víc vpravo nebo je to víc vlevo.